best part of it.
It really is.
Yeah, we're live.
That's what I'm talking about.
We need somebody. We need a review on the music. What else? What else do you want? I can add music. I can actually pick something and add. Let's see if I got the fade track in and out here. Nope. Not a fade, but
it's certainly out.
You got it. It's out. Yeah. How's it going, Dan?
The fade part was a little off, but
I'll get better. I'll figure it out.
You get better week by week.
Next week, by week.
You do. Yep.
I'm actually centered here. Last week, I was sitting like this the whole time, and
I did not notice.
And I couldn't move. I couldn't adjust everything and shake. But
maybe I was like this the whole time then.
I made sure I was centered. So did you get any feedback on your background there?
You know what? Somebody said something, but you know what? I have something that I could put up. I just haven't. Maybe I could grab it real quick. I actually didn't even think about grabbing it.
This is making for real good live TV. A nice empty seat and me talking to nobody about nothing at all right now.
I was thinking maybe I could put this here, but then I would probably cover it. Yeah, no one can even read what it says or anything.
I don't even know what it means either. I can't even see it.
Response of your own accord. Ranger motto.
Oh.
But yeah. All's good here, man. Getting ready for this winter holiday season.
Winter market.
Winter push.
Maybe we'll get snow this year. Got so no.
That was odd last year, huh? That we had an abnormally warm winter.
You know, I kind of like it as a landlord, as you know, we own property and we don't have to worry about snow and ice and slips and falls and stuff like that. And we shouldn't worry about it, but I do. I'm a worry about stuff like that.
Absolutely. And it's like how much ice salt costs for driveways. Oof. Didn't have to use much last year.
Yeah.
So
winter market can be good. Winter market can be really fun. Snow's falling. People are in a festive mood sometimes.
Yeah. And I was actually going to ask you, I was thinking earlier today, you have 16 years plus, 17 years.
Yeah, 17.
All right. In your experience, and you can answer this. I mean, you could take COVID and all that into consideration, but in your experience, what have you seen with the winter market?
Winter market versus like the spring, summer. Everyone is different. Every market is really different. What I like about a winter market as a buyer is there's much less competition. There's a lot less competition during the winter months. If a house lingers, and in this market, when stuff is still going pretty quick in a lot of towns, if it lingers more than a week or so, that seller is not expecting full price offer anymore.
Yeah.
At this point, the market is slowing a little bit, not a lot, a little bit. People aren't going into it with the expectations they were. And if the house doesn't sell right away, every house needs one buyer. And if those buyers aren't looking right now, you can pick up a deal. Most of the homes are going way over asking in this market, and it's really the only time you're ever going to get a deal. You're not going to get a deal during a fall burst after Labor Day. You got a big burst through September, October, early November. Spring. The spring market starts right away if we don't have snow. Actually, if January, February come around and we still don't have snow, it's time to get the house on the market so you don't miss the spring market. People are going to be buying them up right away. A lot of times people will look for a later closing date. They might get under contract in, say, February, March, and not want to close till June if they've got kids in a school system.
Right.
I think my brother might be the longest I've ever seen. I think my brother sold his house in January or went under contract, but they didn't want to move on until June, until school was done, and the buyer was fine with it.
Yeah. I think the unprecedented COVID times are behind us, and I think things kind of going back to normal in that sense with the ebbs and flows of the market. So kind of what I've been seeing. I mean, a lot of people right now, buyers especially, they're not focused on buying. They're focused on you know, the holidays coming up and all that stuff. So if you're a serious buyer, this is a good time.
Yeah.
And working with these types of buyers is great because it's motivated and it, you know, we could see more. There's more opportunity for them. So yeah, kind of what I'm seeing too in this. So
Yeah. It's also a really good time for the sellers because you don't want 50 people running through your home. You list during the spring market, you list during the fall market. A lot of times you're going to get 20, 30 showings. And if it's winter and they're tracking in mud and sand and dirt into the house,
Yep.
everyone's looking, they are walking through the yard. They are wearing boots, going through, picking up everything. You can say, take your shoes off. Some people do, some people don't, especially if you have a whole chain of showings. An agent's not going to make their people take their boots off because they can just blame it on the previous guy or the next person that's coming through.
Yep.
The good thing about selling in the winter is they're serious. They're real serious. You're going to see a lot fewer showings. They're a lot more serious. People that need to move during the winter move during the winter. Nobody wants to move during the winter. No one wants to be moving in, have your doors open, carrying stuff in for days out of the driveway, moving truck, packing up.
Right.
Buyers are a lot more serious. You can get a fair offer with a lot fewer showings during the winter.
Yeah, and I think it'd be a little bit more streamlined, you know, for them, you know, because again, the motivation goes a long way. It doesn't go just in an offer; it goes throughout the whole process. And I think you'll see a more streamlined, you know, seamless process, if you will. You know, with a
It
lot
can
of
go a
things.
lot quicker. Yeah, it can definitely go a lot
You can actually
quicker.
control the time a little bit better too. You make it go as quick as you want or as slow as you want.
Yeah.
You know, with that, just getting under contract, and you'd be able to work with you know, the buyer in that sense. So yeah, definitely.
Another good opportunity for the buyer on the buyer side is if the house is vacant, the seller doesn't want to heat it. You know, if they fill a tank of oil and it costs them $1,000 to fill a tank of oil in November and February comes around, they don't want to dump that in there. So
Right.
they might be
Right.
a little bit quicker to negotiate during the winter without heating costs.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
So last week we had talked a little bit about statistics and the differences between local and national averages, and we didn't pull up. We didn't get a good source of national averages. A lot of that data is late. You know, you hear people talking about stuff's up, stuff down, but there's not really good data nationally. You know, like spur of the moment or in short time period. But
Yeah.
we have data here. I'm going to go ahead and put up Suffield right here, and we have the ability to look at data from 1 month, just 1 month ago. You can see right here in Suffield, over on the right, year to date, Suffield is a very flat market year to date. We haven't really seen much price increase at all. You can see in October, the median and average sale prices are way up. They must have had a couple of big sales in October, at least compared to October 22. But again, there was only 8 last year, 7 this year. You can look at down the bottom and see the months of supply inventory there. And Suffield has a lot more than they had a year ago. So we're starting to see a kind of a bit of a softening of the market in our area. Are you seeing that anywhere else, Dan?
No, not much like Suffield. I think Enfield a little bit is also kind of a plus in some of those situations.
Got Enfield right here. Good. Dan's showing a lot of properties in Enfield right now, so he's pretty well versed on the Enfield market. But yeah, Enfield here is up a little bit. You know, up 28% for inventory. That's a really good time to buy. That winter market, sellers are seeing this. Sellers, you can see the days on the market, they're actually down this year, but 17 days on the market is starting to gain, and you might be able to pick up a house fairly well in Suffield right now, or Enfield. Sorry, I got Simsbury here too.
Ooh,
Simsbury,
home of the Trojans,
home of Dan, home of Dan. The supply is way down. It's way down 28%. So it's still really a hot market. Over the year, you can see it went up about 6%. So that's a nice increase for the year. October is flat, but again, from a month-to-month basis, a couple of sales can really skew. In a town like Simsbury, you could have a couple of houses coming. You could have a couple of condos sell for 200 grand and really bring down that median sales price in a month. But year over year, it's steady. Windsor Locks here is booming still. Year to date, you're up about 16%. October is up 25%. And there's half the amount of homes on the market right now, less than half on the market right now than were a year ago today. So it's a good time to sell in Windsor Locks if you are looking to sell. And we got one more. We got Granby. And Granby is also nice, strong market, up again about 15-16% for the year. October, a little boost again, and the months of supply are down. So good time to sell in Granby, Windsor Locks, Simsbury. Enfield, Suffield are starting to soften. So if you're looking to make a move out of those towns, might be a time sooner or later. Or if you're looking to buy, it's a good time to buy if inventory is rising. People are not as many home sales are taking place. It's a good chance to get something, maybe pick it up at a little bit cheaper price.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's tough with the local and versus national, because I really wanted, like last week, I just wanted to just absolutely blast the national average and all that stuff, because I saw it on either like CNN or MSNBC or whatever it is, and they're saying that the median home price is $450,000 nationally, and the average mortgage is over $3,000, and it's just not the case.
Yeah,
it's so frustrating to see that, because it's so skewed, by a lot of counties, around California and those areas just really skew the market. And it's just unfair, because those property taxes are probably through the roof, those homes are through the roof, and all that stuff. And it's just not the case in places like Windsor Locks, Enfield, with lower property taxes, and the median isn't $450,000. It's in fact less.
Yeah.
Median sales price in October is $300,000, right? So, a mortgage isn't going to be $3,000 a month, and it's just so frustrating to see that. That's what people see when they see CNN and MSNBC, and it's just like, whoa, let's pump the brakes here. All right, let's calm down, towel off, and like actually look at local statistics, and you see, you know what? It's not that bad. It's okay, unless you're moving to those counties in California or somewhere in New York.
Absolutely. And even in the higher price towns here, I mean, we got Suffield right here. The median sales price is $560, or, well, let's not look October. Let's look for the year, $460.
Yeah.
But as we just looked at, in October, it's $560. So, there was just some really big sales that skewed the numbers. And for every $800,000 house, there's a $250,000 house in Suffield that is, bringing down that average.
Right.
Same thing with Simsbury. You can still get affordable homes. Not that a 400,000 or 400 grand is not affordable, but you can still get stuff substantially under that. Granby, the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, a lot of opportunity. We're lucky. We don't have a market that spikes super high, and we don't have a market that spikes super low.
Which is kind of wild too. You think with like all the seasons that we have, but lately, especially after the last 4 years, it's I would say it's steady. I mean, there's still peaks and valleys, ebbs and flows, but it's not, the highest of highs and then the lowest of lows.
Yeah. So out of these at least 5 towns that we profile, both Windsor Locks and Granby are up about 16-17% over the last year.
Yeah.
And that's as high as you're going to see. That's as high as you're going to see in Connecticut, in this area. You go somewhere in Arizona, California, you're going to see 30, 25, 30. Some places are going to be 40% year over year. And that's insane. We don't see that. And likewise, we don't see the crashes. We're not going to see Windsor Locks and Granby go down 17 grand in a single year right now.
Yeah. Right. Yep.
Go. I didn't get
what else do you have on that computer?
Huh? That's it.
Oh,
Nothing more. I got more music. Not more music.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have somebody suggest some music because
We had a oh yeah, maybe we had a not real estate topic, but we had a lunch with Rogers and Steve the other day, and they brought up such a great question. It's been in my mind since the lunch, and the question was, what is your top 3 favorite potato?
I didn't think we were gonna go with it without Mike or Steve here, but I guess we're going.
Well, no, I already told Steve. I talked to Steve earlier today, and I said I'd proxy his whatever he said, and because I said whatever he was, it's absolute trash and it's wrong. So, but you know what? With that even being said, I still don't have a top 3 because I'm like, it's tough. Do I want a tater tot? Do I want a steak fry? I don't know. You know, do I want mashed potatoes?
If it's going to be steak fries, it's got to be Red Robin steak fries with whatever they call their sauce or not sauce.
That's even got the fact that that's even got to be brought up is asinine. All right, everyone knows Red Robin steak fries are the best. If anyone argues that one, they're foolish.
My kids like steak fries. I'm not a huge steak fries person outside of Red Robin, but my kids like them. No. So what would be your top potato then, Dan?
I can tell you my bottom. And that's anything sweet potato. Get it out of my plate. Get it out.
100% agree.
Yeah, I just how was that?
It should not be sweet at all.
Who even decided to grow that root? I don't know. It's disgusting.
Sweet potatoes are popular, but I dislike
health
them.
Wise, sure, but like
you're not eating potatoes. You're not eating potatoes to be healthy.
Yeah,
potatoes, mashed potatoes are really popular.
Yeah.
Baked potatoes are really popular. Not by me. Not by me at all. At all.
I would have to agree. I'd have to agree. I don't think mashed potatoes I wouldn't unless the baked potato is because there's too many parts of a baked potato, right? Even if you have it loaded and it's really good, right? You got the baked potato, you split it open, you got the cheese, bacon, sour cream, salt, pepper, whatever. There's always some bite in there that's just bland, and it's bland as hell. And I just when you have that, takes away from the whole potato.
Just eat the cheese, bacon, and sweet potato. Just mix that up in a cup. You don't need the potato in there.
Don't even need a potato.
Baked potatoes and mashed potatoes for me are a butter delivery system. That's it. That's it. I like butter. I like all that stuff, but it's not good without that stuff. So why are you gonna? I'm not a baked potato. I've never got one at the Big E. Everyone likes to go to the Big E and get a baked potato. I've never got one. And
so everybody likes to go to the Big E and get the main potato. The Connecticut potato had it going on. Now, I don't know what this year. I only went once, and that was for a 90s Vanilla Ice rap concert. So I didn't have a potato. What I got to see and watch was way better. But Connecticut potato, and last year it was good. But no, I think I'm tater tot, man. I really do. I think there's
as far as a home cooked or even like a food truck cooked potato product, it's got to be tots. But then again, it's not the tot for the tot, it's the tot for the toppings.
It is a catch-up delivery system. It is it is. You're right.
So at home I make potatoes, breakfast potatoes. The kids like them. I use the little potatoes you can get at Costco. I got this little press that kind of chops them up a little bit. I throw them in a pan, a little bit of olive oil, seasoning, salt, butter, onion powder, garlic powder. Be better with the real stuff, but I'm lazy. Fry them up. They're good. They're real good. Frying's got a bad name. Everyone fries stuff. Like saute, that's frying. You're just frying it. You're putting it in a pan. It makes it sound healthy. I call it all fry. So fried potato. I'm saying I'm making fried potatoes. It sounds like I'm deep frying them, putting them in a bucket. That's what I'm doing. I'm frying them.
Gordon Ramsay would beg to differ with you. I don't think frying and sautéing are the same.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
You know, it's your world, Mike. We just live in it. All right.
That's true. That's true.
That is true.
That's mine.
What's that?
I said that's mine. That's my favorite potato. That's about as close to a rant as I think we're going to get tonight on is the potatoes tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think we're going to be doing something again next week.
Yep. Every
Um,
week, Wednesday or Thursday, every week about this
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
People are
it's always,
clamoring for more lives from us, so
yeah, it always
we
depends
got to
on
keep it up.
if Morgan works or not, and I got the kids. It's tough to get down here.
We'll
So.
get it in. We'll get it in.
Oh, of course.
All right. Night, Dan.
Good night.